up, y'all? It's your girl Bird. And this your girl Anna. And you listening to another episode of Straight Drop. Cause this is shit to keep you motherfuckers coming back.
What's up, guys?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, ladies. Hey, everyone.
What's going on? It's your girl Bird.
And it's your girl Anna. And you're watching another episode of Straight Drop.
I guess that's blending the two makes it good, though, right?
I thought it did. It did. I felt like
we were like harmonizing. Right. You
said
listening, I said watching, so it blended. We usually don't blend.
Y'all sounded good. I did like the auntie arms and everything.
See,
she already coming in. We ain't even introduced her. She already jumping in.
Like
I know how to play my part.
She ready to take a ride.
It is a wonderful day here at the Straight Drop Studio.
Why are you so loud?
Oh, my bad. Because I'm just so excited to have my line sister here.
Yes. She's my friend too.
Okay, what? My friend and line sister and
fight over me.
Right, I know, right?
I'm loving it.
So let me give you a proper introduction. Today, guys, we have Dr. Erika here. Thank you guys for having me. Or thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But how dope is it to have a friend? She's a line sister.
I know, right?
A friend like as a doctor, though.
I know, right? And like as a line sister, just to get like free therapy sometimes. She don't even know I'm getting free therapy. Like, so look, just saving a lot, like, and I just appreciate it.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you.
Yes.
Butter me up. I love it.
We're trying to hype you up.
Oh, thank you.
We're trying to hype you up because we really finna get down and dirty with you, like.
Goddamn now, you already got down.
Hey, if they don't do this with you, I'm sorry. It's me. It's me, guys.
Alright, so Erika, could you tell them just a little bit about yourself and like what kind of doctor are you before we kind of like jump into
it? Yeah, so I'm a licensed professional counselor here in Georgia. I'm co-owner of a private practice, Steps Counseling Consulting Incorporated. Yes, we service clients here in Georgia and New Jersey. I'm also a nonprofit co-founder, Axe Global Inc. Incorporated. I'm a professor, an author. I'm all of it.
I ain't gonna say what I do after this.
I love it.
Yes, look. A good sense of mine said I've been too humble. So you know what? I needed to hear that.
Pop your shit.
Yeah.
We ain't dimming no more light, baby. We ain't daring no more light.
Pop your shit. Damn, I forgot you was all of that though.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Right, damn. I really
Got
don't
to
know what I do.
do it.
A through Z.
Exactly.
Comma.
Okay, let me slow down. Let me calm down.
So we usually start the show with highs and lows for the week. So highs being like what was the highest point in your week, and lows being like what was challenging, or you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like low if you don't want to share it, but like what was challenging for you this week. So if you want to go first, or you want
I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I can jump right in. So, cause you know, I be like real. It's like one of my favorite parts of the show. I be like real to tell y'all what I got going on. But so for my high, I have like really been fucking killing it at work. When I tell y'all, like I really been like, cause I feel like sometimes when you come into like a new job or a new profession, like it's hard to question people who have been doing it so much longer than you have. And I really had to get comfortable with like questioning people about what's supposed to be done, what has not been done. And like I'm questioning every motherfucking body now.
I know that.
I question everybody. Wear my shit, cause when you do not question people, motherfuckers will throw you totally up under the bus.
And it also makes you like you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. So like I really have been fucking killing it at work. Like
yes, go girl.
And then like the other project manager, senior project manager, who's been there for 7 years. She's been on vacation.
And I be telling her to calm down with all the extra details. I know.
Woo,
they don't find our shit.
I know. But so no, she's been gone for 2 weeks or whatever.
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. She's been gone for 2 weeks, and you know it's just like that pressure of like making sure shit still, running smooth, even though she's not here. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying one more time. Your girl has been killing it.
Anna.
So like,
talk your stuff, girl. Yes.
So for my low, I feel like because I've been like killing it at work, like I've been like neglecting household duties. So So it was like sometimes when things are like not going, or like honestly, I feel like sometimes when I'm doing things during the day and time starts to get away from me, sometimes I feel like maybe because my mind is cluttered, my space is cluttered. So like when my home is like in a disarray, it's like I do not feel like everything ain't coming together. So that was one of the things I really had to like, oh no, you need to clean, because this will take a lot of that like clutterness in your mind away. So that was my goal, like really let my house get a lot of.
Oh girl,
you killed that shit. I know you've been struggling in that department.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.
Fuck you, Bird. Thank you. No, thank you. Just like really like stepping into my light and really being confident and like it is what it. And another thing I started doing, I really started working at the hours and on the weekend.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta over prepare. Not over prepare to the point it stresses you out, but like be in preparation. I think people forget that part.
That is exactly what I have been doing. And also like anticipating and like, because a big problem I was having was some of the questions that would come up in meetings that I'm not a subject matter expert in. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to know how to flow those meetings and find a way to say like, hey, I don't know, but I go find a person who do know. So I've also been like stepping into that too, like trying to anticipate what will be asked of me before I'm even there. So when I'm there, they ain't like dead silence, like.
Damn, you know what? That's kind of weird because I'm a little bit of the opposite, and it could be because like I ain't really never worked for nobody for real up until this point in my life. So like now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm not that dedicated to work on the weekends. Like even though I literally have to go to work today.
Oh yeah, you do.
But it's like I don't know. I guess I'm trying to find that balance of, because technically what I do kind of requires me to answer certain questions so that I can get a certain thing accomplished. So sometimes those questions come after 5 and after 6. After 5 I be like,
it's so shit.
I'm off. You're
I'm off. But y'all are right. Like sometimes you gotta over.
I don't really answer emails. I had a client email me yesterday asking if we can reschedule our meeting for tomorrow, like move the time up. I looked at it, but I'm not replying on the weekend.
I was like, let me try to set some boundaries here.
I try to work on Sundays, but I more so do an evening. Excuse me. I tell my clients like, on the weekends, I really try to preserve that time for my kids. Because I'm on my laptop throughout the week. Now I'm not gonna lie, evenings, sometimes I work all the way up until about, honestly, like 11:30 at night. Sometimes that happens, but I really try to dedicate the weekends. I really do that so I can have my weekends.
You like, okay, I was gonna ask you a question, but it's like,
no, go ahead.
No, I'll save the question I was about to ask you for.
I love how my high and my low just make it so deep. Like,
damn. Okay, so I'll go with my
spirit.
Girl, she got to know. So my high this week would be, okay, so I'm gonna say 2. One was like I was in New York. I just got back from New York.
I love New York.
Instead of Bird making that her high, she's gonna throw that in there and give y'all something else on top of that. That's her high.
Girl, cause I do a lot of shit. I just do a lot of shit.
Bird.
I got so much content for y'all behind the story.
So much. But I talk on VH1 about their untold story. I got some other stuff y'all ain't heard.
Y'all gonna hate on me. But no, so I was in New York, and it was so interesting this trip to New York because it was a very calm New York trip. And I just my homegirl.
That she snuck away.
I love New York.
That she snuck away.
First of all, let me tell y'all something. This girl keeps talking about we need to share our personal calendars. Why do you need to be attached to me there?
Because I really be needing to know like when you're out of town on the weekends. We
share a business calendar. We talk almost every day. Why do you need my personal calendar?
Y'all, let me tell y'all what Bird did. Bird basically snuck out of Atlanta when I was trip to New York. But it's like she was leaving out the party. It was like a girl trip.
It wasn't a girl trip. It was supposed to be a trip.
Did you go with a homegirl, Bird?
Anna, the original
Did y'all
trip.
stay together all weekend? It was a girl trip. She said she just in New York, but you and your homegirl like flying there together and stay.
Girl, no, the original trip.
I don't know the look you trying to go for.
The last sister and me got it like regroup you real quick. The original trip was supposed to be for my screening for the pilot, but the director canceled. Right, the director canceled the screening in New York, but I had already had everything, whatever. So I was like, let's go. And my homegirl Helena was going up there anyway, so we just kind of combined it. So I was in New York, but it was a very calm New York trip. And if you've been up there, you know it's like real hustle bustle moving, but like it was just very calm, and I kind of felt like I got a message from God a little bit. I actually wrote it in my journal. But it was like, even in the busiest of moments, you still can hear me. You know what I mean? Like, even in the busiest, no matter how loud it could be, no matter how much hustle and bustle is going on, I still can calm your mind. Yes. I still can calm your space so that you can hear me. Yes. And I was like, okay, guys, showing up in New York, that was like, I don't know, but that's what I felt. So that was good. And then I finally got my motherfucking wisdom teeth pulled, y'all. I had been in pain for like 3 months.
Sure, I'm glad you got that out.
Yeah, so that's like a super high for me. And my low is, damn, I ain't even gonna flex. Oh, actually, I had a moment these past couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a moment, and then that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I'll share this to me. It's like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I do want to talk about it.
And Bert, stop making eye contact with me because I didn't even know when you was going to the thing. It's like, you told me when you came out.
But my moment concerned you though. Like, I had a moment. I know.
Okay, Bert.
I know. The therapist is here, so I said she listening.
I'm telling you, I feel like this is like this is Ponderosa.
Okay. Let me roll this.
Oh, y'all don't watch Basketball Wives?
What a Ponderosa.
Okay, Jack had a Ponderosa. It's like a lemon squeeze.
Not Jack had a Ponderosa.
I thought you were saying the apartment that used to be across the street. Okay, but yeah, those are my lows.
Okay, Dr. Hill.
Ooh, okay. No, y'all's was good. Okay, so a high for me. You know what, y'all? A high for me is really my kids this week. So Kylie had a track meet yesterday. Okay. And I think when you just see your children just growing up and excelling, it's like a beautiful feeling. It's like y'all, I was screaming in the stands, and it's just like, when you see your child doing the right thing, it's so beautiful. It almost like make me emotional, slick, but it's like, so that was really my high. I'm just like, you know, with motherhood, don't get me wrong, it can be stressful. But I think like the message is always pushed, don't forget about yourself, don't forget about yourself. And don't get me wrong, don't forget about yourself, but I think it's okay to love motherhood. Like, I love this role. Like, I named all these things that I do, but if I had to pick like my favorite role, like, I really love being a mother. So I would have to say that. Like, I love my kids. Shout out to my kids, both of them. So yeah, if I had to pick a low for me, like, my to-do list right now is insane. And I have so many things that I honestly need to do. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's a lot. So I would say that's my low, only because like I like to get stuff done. Like, I feel so good when I check things off. But you know what? It's not a bad low, because at the same time, like, when I go through moments like this, it helps me understand what my clients go through. So I use moments like this, like, okay, like, how would I talk my client out of this? And so one of the things I do with my to-do list is I break it in categories of like all of what I need to do. And then I separate, like, what's a plastic ball, what's a glass ball. A glass ball, if I drop this ball, it's gonna shatter, it's gonna make a mess. I gotta get this done. If it's a plastic ball, if I drop it, it's cool, it's gonna bounce back up. I can get this done. So like, I have to like separate it. It's just right now your girl got a lot of glass balls, and I'm like, oh Lord, okay, I gotta get my glass balls. But I feel like God showed me that, like, okay, well, how would you talk a client through when it's like tons of glass balls? Right? So I guess I can say that's my low right now. I'm really trying to sort it out, but it'll get done.
Keep them balls from dropping.
Keep them balls from dropping.
Juggle the balls. That's the
I feel like that goes into our like next segment. Like, like the overall topic of the show today, what we kind of wanted to discuss, the overall discussion. So we kind of wanted to discuss like navigating through challenges in life. Like, how do you navigate through difficult challenges in life? And that's because we know that like each one of us are different. Each one of us like are all like facing some type of battle. And I know that like we all have healthy habits that we do to like keep us from like totally fucking burning out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so Erika, I mean Dr. Hill. Sorry.
Dr. Erika Hill.
Dr. Erika Hill.
Yes, girl.
So tell me, okay, so if I was to ask you this question, what was the first thing to come to your mind? How do you navigate through difficult challenges in life? First sentence that come.
She love her.
I love a hot
She love little speed questions.
The first sentence that comes.
First thing that comes to your mind when you think about how does Dr. Erika Hill navigate through difficult challenges in life? First thing that comes to your head.
Combination.
Ooh.
Girl. Okay, give me a little bit more, girl.
I'm sorry, like you said one
Girl,
sentence, so I was
okay.
like, all right, combination.
Okay, break it down for me.
Okay, so like for me, it's like multiple things that like help me navigate out of challenging times. So like for me, number one, like it's prayer. And here's the thing, it's okay to ask God, like, God, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, God, what are we doing here? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
I'm putting in the work. I'm being a faithful servant. I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But God, this ain't what we talked about on New Year's Eve when I made that vision board.
Right.
So like, what we doing
Right.
here? Like, just keeping it all
This
the way
one in the
real.
magazine clipping that I cut out.
It was not. And I think
Yeah.
like, you know, it's okay to say that. Like there's, in those challenging times, sometimes I like really have to talk to God, like, God, let's talk. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? And sometimes he'll answer and let you know, and then sometimes he'll just be like, you'll see.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
like prayer for me, but like real communication with God is one of them. Communication with my husband, like that's another thing. When you find your partner, and this is what I hate what social media is doing, like, oh, he needs to pay all the bills.
Yes.
He needs to know your love. Like, no, does a man speak to your soul? Does a man pick you up off the floor when it just feels like the world is crumbling? That's your partner. It's not about getting married, it's about staying married. And so who's gonna speak to your soul when you feel soulless?
Who's gonna be patient
Right?
with you?
Come on,
And
come on,
patient.
so when you feel so lit.
Okay, so I would really have to say my man, one thing, he like really like talks to me. He's my calm. That's my Leo. Like
Yeah.
he's my calm to my storm. Third thing, my friends, my people.
Yeah.
Like I love that I have friends that allow me to be vulnerable and are my safe spaces.
Yeah.
And I think also my friends are my soulmates. You can have multiple soulmates.
Yeah.
So the fact that they can talk to me and help me through. And then I would say podcast, like just really being in isolation and just listening to like different messages, synchronicities, signs from God. So that and therapy. I'm a therapist with a therapist. Everyone needs a therapist. Like, and it's not about just talking to someone when you're going through bad things. Like, it's okay to talk to someone where you just need to navigate life. Like, therapy is not just for crazy or depressing moments. Sometimes it's just life, right? Like,
So I had a question too, right? Because you brought up, you know, prayer, and you brought up talking to God. Like, how does you being a therapist coexist with you being spiritual? Because I know, like, as friends, like, I know, like, the spiritual part of, and I appreciate like the spiritual part of you, especially when we have like our conversations or whatever. Like, I know that those things are like important to me, but like, how do they coexist with you professionally, and how do they coexist with you unprofessionally? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how do they work together?
They actually do. So like before I go into any session, I always say like, God, remove me and replace it with you. Like whatever I'm supposed to say, Lord, like please speak through me. Because y'all, I can't lie to you, there's certain things that I hear that I'm like, whoa, God. I was not planning on that today. Like, therapy is nothing you can honestly prepare for. Like some sessions I walk in thinking we're talking about what happened last session, and something like so traumatic could have happened to my client during that week. So like, even in those moments, I'm like, God, like speak through me. Now, one thing I do ask my clients, like on their client intake form before we start to work, I do ask them, do they want spirituality or religion to be incorporated in our sessions? So I definitely make sure, and if they say yes.
Do people say yes? How, like, what's the percentage of people that you just say yes that you get, that want you to incorporate
I get a very
spirituality?
high percentage, but to be very honest, I ask religion or spirituality because there's a difference. And I'll be honest, I get more spirituality for the millennial and younger generation. What is that? Generation Z?
Okay.
Who you talking about? Us?
So millennial generation, and then like the generation after that, which is Generation
Z.
Yeah, so like them, everyone's really spiritual, but like my older clients, more religious based. And so with them, it gives me an idea of, okay, I can really say God, right? I can really go there and bring spirituality. But there's times, and I'll be honest, I have a couple of clients that are atheists. And now that is very interesting, but
Yeah.
what I do is I really speaking in a way of mindfulness and not so much religion or spiritual based. So I'll just say like, you know what, like if you're stressful, why don't you go take a walk and just pay attention to your breaths, pay attention to how the air is hitting your face, pay attention to the birds.
How do they receive that?
And they love it.
Oh,
Because see, I'm not forcing religion. And here's the thing about people who are atheists, and this is what I'm learning that God is really teaching me. It's a lot of times when people are atheists or non-believers, it's because religion has been weaponized against them. And so that's a trauma. So how dare I judge them or shame them for their trauma? Isn't that why I'm here, right? So I just gotta relate it in their language.
It's crazy. I had a professor in college who was an atheist, and we were talking, and like I understood.
I met him too.
Yeah. And I fuck with him. He was a great professor. But I was like, I understood why he was though. Like the way, like you said, it was weaponized against him. But it's also like, if I reduce something to a very small level, it's very hard to believe what you can't see. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's true, that's okay. But I think also as like, I'll say religious beings, sometimes we have to personify something that doesn't need personification. So like for an atheist, it's like that I can't see it, I don't believe it, so it doesn't make sense to me. But the way he explained it to me, I was like, oh, I understand you, because you're not trying to talk me out of being who I am. You're just saying
that's not who you are.
I am.
Have you ever thought to yourself, like, one time I thought to myself, like, damn, what if I'm believing in the wrong thing, right? Like, what if I've been going out my life believing in the wrong thing, and I figure out that, like, oh shit, like, I feel like I put a lot of faith in God and what He can do, and one day I thought, like, God damn, what if I find out one day this shit was all a lie? Like,
not all of it.
I also believe that whatever you believe is the truth. Like whatever you believe.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I have been there before, but I think that's why I study like all religions and all different spirituality. So like to answer.
One thing she gonna do is fuck our shit up.
My phone always works.
So I will, to answer your second question, like how do I incorporate it unprofessionally, like with friends, and so this is actually something I'm really working through. For so long, I really wouldn't go spiritual with you unless it was in an intimate connection. And so like y'all have seen that with me because we go deep, right? And like my close friends, they know that part of me because we go deep. And like honestly, if you drive with me, anybody that has ever ridden in my car, even from Savannah State, we gonna pray before we pull off. Like that's it.
But you pray out loud though.
Yeah, I do.
Some people don't.
Hey, I only got to do the first part. But no, like, and so even with counseling, it's an intimate connection one-on-one, but when it comes to actually saying what I feel and how I believe out loud, to be really honestly real with y'all, for a while I wouldn't do it. Cause almost it was so vulnerable, I wanted to like protect it, so like only my intimate connections could know about it. And because I study, like y'all, I be in Hinduism, Buddhism, spirituality, crystals, Christianity, I like studying all of that, like, cause I just feel like you can't limit God into one sector. So it's so many parts. But I wouldn't tell people that, y'all, like, to be all the way real. And so like now I have to be honest, I'm like, no, I'm walking bold in what God called me to do. So like whether you believe what I'm saying or not, whether you get the synchronicities or the signs that I'm saying to you or not, that's on you. But I'm gonna speak it. So like to answer your question, I'm really still leaning into that. To be honest with you,
I think it's dope. Like, I love when I'm talking to you and I can just relate to you in that way. Cause sometimes shit, I don't need science in the moment. Sometimes I need spirit. You know what I'm saying? And other times I need science and I don't need spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that you incorporate it.
Yeah, we're gonna go deep. I think last time we had photo albums.
Nah, serious.
I'll go deep.
So she don't like me outside her line, sisters.
Fight over me.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Erica. And I don't know, I'm kind of piggybacking off a Bird question, but I don't know if this is the same question. Okay. I wanted to ask you, does Erika and does Dr. Hill handle difficult situations the same?
Well, that's a great question.
Let me stretch it out, Molly.
Girl, they want to know.
So, how I receive it, no. How I apply it, yes.
Good answer, good answer.
Do you want me to
Yes.
explain? Okay, so how I perceive it, no, I perceive it all the same. So however I'm receiving the lesson in that loss or in that moment, it's all the same, because like Dr. Hill, that's me. Like, I'm not putting on no cape, no mask. You're gonna get me, just a professional setting of me, but it's me. So how I receive the lesson is the same, but how I apply it is differently. So when I receive a lesson, I think like personally, how is this working on Erika?
Yeah.
Like, I need to talk to Erika. And then like when it comes to Dr. Hill, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what my client was going through. Next session, got something.
Yeah.
Or in the midst of a session, I know exactly why God took me through that. Okay, and then I explain it. And sometimes I go like really deep with my clients and be like, you know, to be transparent. I too still struggle with that. And I give a feel, but most of the time I really want to be that active listener, because that's what you come to therapy for, to have someone listen to you, right?
Yes.
So did I answer that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I have another question. It's really for both of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm struggling. I think I've struggled with this probably for a while. And probably all of us struggled with this for our whole life, our entire lives. But I know like for the past couple of years, specifically last year because the major losses that I had. But I'll say for like the past 2 years, I've been struggling with like forgiving myself, right? And in the older version of myself. You know what I mean? I'm trying to work on forgiving it. So like, how often does Dr. Erika Hill or project manager Anna has to forgive old Erika Hill? You know what I'm saying? Before this new, you know, elevated person, how often does the old Dr. Erika Hill shows up, or the old Anna show up in your life, and how often do you have to forgive them? Because I'm only asking that because I often, like lately, I've been having to like really have a sit down with myself and be like, hey, you're not that person anymore, or like it's okay, like what's done is done, you cannot change it. I forgive you for whatever you thought that you should have done in whatever moments those was. So, you know, am I making sense?
Yes, you're making a lot of sense. Every day.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's like my answer. Every day. Honestly, every minute of the day, to be very very honest and transparent. This morning, really, like as I was talking about that to-do list, like I said, I'm one of those people, like I like to get things done. Yeah. And so like even today, like shoot, even this weekend, it was so many things that I need to do professionally, but I need to show up for it personally. So there was times like I had to tell myself no, or you feel bad about not getting things done, or you think back to the past when you would drop the ball, and I just had to be like, Erika, not today. That wasn't part of the plan today. Like that. Going back with yourself was not a part of the plan. Like forgive yourself. You did it. It's over. You can't go back in the past and change it. How can I apply this differently? So that's just something I did today. But honestly, forgiving myself, honestly, daily, because you can be driving and your mind can go back to like what you did at Tiger's Den in Savannah State. And I'm like, listen, girl, you can't go back to Tiger's Den. Like, let Tiger's Den go. It ain't even open no more, but it's in my mind. Because I'm like, I should not have did that one thing.
The search, a lot of shit that be popping up in my head. I'm like, how did you even come up in there? Like,
but you know what? Part of it is, here's the thing, I think it's two parts. Part of it is an imposter syndrome to remind you, to see if you'll get stuck in that and see if you'll spiral in that. And I think the other part of it is maybe sometimes God wants you to reflect back so you can see your own growth on how you apply to things now. So like, I forgive myself daily, but I also try to like look at why that keeps coming up also. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, application.
Application.
What about you?
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all, right? I went over here quiet because at first I was kind of thinking like, there is a lot of shit I regret, right? Honestly, like for real, but then when I think about it on a different level of how I may how often I may down talk myself. Maybe like once every 30 days, and like sometimes I don't know, it was one of y'all I was telling this to, that like not too long ago, like I had to tell myself, like, Anna, like, just chill the F out. Chill the fuck out. Like, y'all, 1 minute I can be like, oh my God, I have the perfect life.
Oh yeah.
I just love my life so much. Like, yeah, I can be in the car like almost emotional because I'm like, my life is so good. Like, and then feel like even I'm on the way to work, I gotta go and be around. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm trying to like stop myself from like, cause y'all, it'll go like deep, like it'll go deep real quick. And I think I was telling Bird like, hey, sometimes I have to tell myself like, damn, bitch, that guy finished working.
Right.
Like I'm like jumping out that bitch quick, like when something come up. Like,
Hey, can I share something real quick though? Cause I'm starting to like really notice this too. But sometimes like when you have moments like that, like where you feel like life is so good, the next moment you're like, whoa, like everything's fine. Hey, pay attention to the energies you're around too. I think that can also be why sometimes that memory might come up. Sometimes we can pick up other people's energies around us. So that's another thing. Like if I feel like my mood changes, sometimes I do reflect like, is this me? And then sometimes I feel like, who was I around today?
What if it's you when you by yourself? Like,
then that's you, sis. But
that's all you.
That's all you. Ain't nobody we can push that off on. No, that's another story for another time. No,
yeah,
but
let me talk to you alone.
But no, also I just want to like point that out, like how you just said, like shifting moods. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How you're shifting moods, like that is something too. Sometimes you can pick up like other people's issues, like or if you're on a phone or you're around a friend that always complains about life. Next thing you know, you like, man, life is hard. And you're like, wait a minute, I actually had like a good day today.
Nah,
right?
shit.
And so I talked to so and so.
I get off the phone like, well, thank you God for my life.
But hey, sometimes you pick it up.
No,
I didn't mean to segue, but like
no, I agree, cause like I was telling her this yesterday, like I'm just like, damn, like I had to tell myself like, hey bitch, stop going to the deep end.
Yeah.
But I tell you that sometimes when you're talking, I be like, God damn, you like go to the fucking to the end of the world.
I said this to you yesterday. It's not doomsday.
Seriously.
It's not doomsday.
That's funny.
No, life is good today though.
Yeah.
Check back in with me next week though. And I'll get on fucking expressway like this. Fucking ready.
It's good with me.
Right.
Okay, so I have another question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I want to ask that one. So,
I usually ask all the good questions.
girl, you don't ask shit. Shut up. Alright, so when you're not in a positive space, this is really me asking for me, but I'm just kind of getting free there right now.
What invoice you?
Right. So it's like when you're not in a positive space, right? How important is it for you to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling in the moment? And I'm saying that because, like, of course, like, I've been having moments a lot, right? Understandable.
Right.
But I also feel like, and y'all chime in whenever, but I also feel like sometimes shit can be a little bit like, we can practice like toxic positivity a little bit. Whereas like,
sometimes it feels good to stay in that toxic place.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't trying to be happy.
No, dead ass for real.
Like this is how I feel right now.
Dead ass for real. Like this just happened to me a couple of days ago. I'm like, I don't do it. You wanna come? No, I don't. No, I ain't fucking with you. No, I ain't, whatever. But it was like, how important is it to like feel what you're feeling like in those moments? And also, how long should they last?
Was this still that situation with me that you took? Remember?
So the situation with you, it just added on top. So that day I was already going through some shit.
Y'all, in the situation with me, I didn't do anything. Like, it's not like a situation like that.
Well,
Did I do something?
you didn't do something.
I didn't.
Look at her, look. She wanna be a therapist.
Marriage counseling, like, okay guys, one at a time, but like
no, but it's not like we're good.
Girl, I don't give a damn.
I know you don't, bitch. I won't fuck with you like that.
I didn't ask if we were good. No, I didn't ask if we were good. Everything would have ironed itself out. I ain't taking on nobody's problems, you feel me?
She ain't crashing.
This the energy my sister was just talking to me about. I'm good.
But no, it's like, how long should that like feeling linger? Or like, should it? Or should you allow it to linger? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I definitely do. Here's the thing, I feel like that question has many layers to it, to be honest with you. I think it's really dependent on the problem, right? So like for something like grief, there is no timeline. You let yourself feel through that. And I think it's one of those things that's gonna come in waves.
Yeah.
And so it's nothing that you can just say, oh, I had enough of that. Like, no, it just means it's gonna come in waves. So I think for that, there's no timeline. There's no timeline. I think let yourself feel it.
Yeah, TDJ
But
told me that last night.
yeah, let yourself feel. Here's the thing, you gotta feel to heal. And so it's okay to feel it, but then after a while we gotta get to productivity and processing. And if you find it hard to get to the production and the processing of that feeling, then that's when it's time to go to therapy and say yes to counseling. And that's when you can like navigate it with another person. So like for certain things, I think it's okay to feel. And here's the thing, even as a therapist, there's times where I like go missing. I call it hermit mode, where I just need to like feel it. And I'll be back, I'll come back around maybe next week, or maybe not, right? I'm just gonna feel it. But then eventually I gotta get in production mode. I gotta get in process mode. But when it comes to certain problems like grief, sexual trauma, let me think of a betrayal. Adultery, right? Yeah, no, that's real. That's real, right? So when you go through certain problems, or here's a better one yet, when you start to realize who your parents or who your family really is, when the veil is up on friends and people you love, sometimes that's a thing that you gotta process and feel through. So like, there's just certain things, there's no timeline on feeling it. So to be honest with you, I can't give you a time frame, but you shouldn't want that. If you're feeling, you're healing. Just it gotta get to production and process mode.
Oh, feeling and healing. Okay, I like that. Okay. Okay, I just didn't know, because sometimes.
Did I answer that for you?
No. You gave me the same thing TDJ said to me last night too.
Oh, let me know what
yeah. But it's like, just like sometimes I feel like, damn, am I mad at the world again? You know what I mean? Like, how often am I gonna like stay in this space? Like, so. I don't know. Sometimes I try to pull myself out of it, but lately, like when it comes, I just allow it to be. And even if it's for a day, for 30 minutes, for 20 seconds, like whatever it is, I just allow it to be. But I'm like, is that effective? You know, am I supposed to be doing that? But
yes.
Okay, cool.
Especially what you're going through, that's actually part of the 7 stages. The first stage of grief is anger.
Yeah.
Let yourself get through that stage.
Yeah.
That's how you transition to the next stages.
Yeah.
So like that anger, no, it's okay. Like it goes back to what I was saying, like sometimes it's okay to be like, what's up, God? Like what are you doing here? And like not to like segue too much, but like I think people, especially like religion and Christians, they love to glamorize the crucifix. I can't even get it. When Jesus was crucified, but no one really talks about that moment before that whole scene where where Jesus was in the garden and really had that conversation with God. Like, God, you sure?
Yeah.
Like everyone skips over that part in the garden. Like everyone wants to talk about like, yeah, Jesus did it. And he rose in 3 days. But like,
he questioned it.
Let's also talk about how he questioned it, right? And like was like, are you sure? And of course he ended it with like, your will be done. But like, that's the thing. It's okay to like question things and be angry. Yeah. God never said you gotta always be happy with him. He just said do what he told you to do. Yeah. That's it.
That shit be hard.
And I might do it with a little attitude.
Right. But I might do it while I'm complaining, but I'm gonna get it done.
I'm gonna get it done. So like, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to be angry. It's just when you project it. Right?
I've done that a couple of times.
Now when you project it, that's when you need to be alone.
Okay.
That's when you need to be alone.
Thank you.
Because we can't make people, we can't make other people emotional dumpsters, right?
Right.
But at the same time,
you got something you say to me?
No, I think we got something to talk about off camera though, because I'm just like, I don't know what this. Like I feel like the energy now, like I ain't need no like.
I think you popping the beef over too. Like you, it's not what you think it is. It's what you think it is, but like we're gonna fight after this show. Look, now I done ruined her energy. I don't give a fuck. Your energy was there.
I'm just saying she makes my day up. She like literally just that fast. My day is like
ruined.
Hey, my agent didn't say this was that type of energy. My agent told me we was gonna talk about some other things. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a lot of healing going on.
It is.
We prepare a lot of healing.
Hey, I told God to use me. And he said, let's get to work. Let's get to work. All right.
Okay, y'all. So
I record when they talk. Now I'm playing. Give y'all that behind the scenes.
No, okay, so Dr. Hill, before we let you go,
okay,
we have a little hot seat game that we wanted to play with you.
Ooh.
I have 3 questions that I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Each time, the question's gonna get a little spicier and spicier, right?
Okay.
If you don't wanna answer the question, you have to plead the 5th and let the world mind wonder.
Oh, don't tease me with a good time. Okay.
Okay,
I'm excited.
so my first question is, when is the last time Erika went off on somebody?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm talking about just went off on him, like.
What type of layer? Like professional reader, like Erika?
I want to know when the last time Erika
That's a good one.
went off on somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, let me really
Ain't no
think.
doctor today.
Like really.
Damn, you
went
that
off on
heel?
somebody.
She ain't that
That shit pissing me off. She that heel. Like, damn.
Like went off on somebody. To be very honest with y'all,
I'm gonna tell y'all that she lying too.
I would say like 5 years ago.
Oh, damn.
Like went off on somebody. Like y'all, I can go there. I'm an Aries. Sure.
Okay, girl, 5 years. I'm gonna let you stick with that.
Yeah, it's, I would say like, okay, Erika, really honestly 5 years, because I just don't get people that energy no more. Like I'm just not there. I'm not there, honestly. And it really is just because like I refuse to let you take me there.
Yeah.
So like honestly for me, it's really like I just refuse to let you have that power. Now don't get me wrong. Do I think it in my head? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that was like a year ago.
Okay.
That might have been a couple of months ago. It's in my head, but like actually let it come out my mouth, honestly, like 5 years ago. It's just, I just don't go there with people. It's just not a part of my plan. I didn't have that on my schedule today. I got too many other things I got on my schedule.
I
And
got
going
too many
off-
other jobs.
But now professionally going off on you, you know, you gotta give a nice little professional read from time to time. I think I had to do that like last week. I'm not even gonna lie to
I
you.
love that shit.
You know, and honestly, because I'll be all the way real, being young, a young African American woman in corporate America, because I am a professor I'm a graduate school professor, so I have a lot of my students are older than me.
Yeah.
And so you can get challenged a lot because of ageism, because of colorism. And so sometimes I have to let a person know,
Yeah.
don't play with me.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's
yeah.
professional though.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
Yeah.
So like for that, yeah, like last week.
I love those professional reads.
Me too.
Like
Yeah.
I call and tell y'all about a girl. Let me tell you why I had to make it. This is
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be like, it seems there's a disconnect. Okay, listen, sometimes you
Or
gotta.
I'd be like, let me reiterate.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just don't go there with people.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Next
That was a
question.
good one.
Mm-mm.
What is one show that you feel guilty that you love watching?
Oh, a show?
What's a ratchet show that you were like, girl, this shit so ratchet, I don't even want to tell folks I watched this.
Yeah. This shit say a lot about you too.
Okay, y'all. Like, seriously, I love Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's my show. If I'm gonna watch it, I love Real Housewives of Atlanta. But honestly, y'all, lately, I'm so careful about the media I consume.
Yeah.
So, like, to be honest with you, I don't watch anything ratchet. Like, if I gotta say, like, a hidden show that most people don't know I watch, like, 600 Pound Life. Like I watch shows like that. Or, like, the latest show I have watched is, what is that, Young, Rich, and African
Oh, yeah.
on Netflix. I'm, like, so behind.
Me too. That make you feel bad about where you at in life.
Yeah,
Be
like,
like, God damn.
okay, they're billionaires.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff be inherited too, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So don't
so,
blame ourselves. Blame, we gotta blame our parents for this shit.
so like, when I say, like, ratchet shows, I really haven't watched ratchet. Now, ratchet music, I listen to, like, Migos on the way here, like, stuff like that, but honestly, yeah, I'm very, very conscious of the media I consume. So, like, I find out through Kendall and Kendall. Y'all follow Kendall and Kendall?
Uh-huh.
You do, like, recaps? Like, that's who I follow.
I'm gonna let my line sister have this one too.
No, tell me.
I don't know. I'm just gonna let you have this one.
No, which ratchet show? Tell
I
me.
don't know, cause I could have. Maybe it wasn't you. I don't know.
Which one? No, tell me.
Like you didn't, so you didn't watch Jocelyn's Cabaret?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That was
Now I did see the clips online when she was like double homicide.
Okay.
Did I laugh? Absolutely.
Okay.
But no, I never watched that.
That was me, friend.
Because I know I was passing that Zeus. I was passing that Zeus Network password out. 'Cause that shit was ratchet.
Can I be honest? I don't like Zeus Network.
I don't.
I honestly
not
think
anymore.
I think they honestly have an agenda.
Yes.
Like not even try to like get on here and be like woke, like whatever you like, I don't care, right? But like I honestly feel like it's an agenda in media.
Me and Burr had this conversation when I was talking about that Blueface and Krishan.
Oh my God.
That's like really hard to watch.
Yeah.
But I still watched it though. But no, for real. But it's like when you watch it to the point of like, oh my God, I could not believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Like
it's so sad. It's like narcissism abuse. It's violence. It's domestic abuse.
And then honestly, when they come on those shows, and don't get me wrong, I watch all of them. But when they come, a lot of times when they come on those shows, it's like they're really getting exploited.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I feel like,
and your energy is like, I have to do something. Like I have to, and that's a bad place to be in, to feel like your life is like, I have to go in here and fight or do this or do that.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I also feel like it's just exploiting like Black people in general. I say people of color, but most of the people on there, they either African American people, and I feel like they're just being exploited,
like fighting and stuff.
It's like ratchet uncut. To the point where like you really have to be in you really can't. Your mindset, like when I watch Zeus, honestly, I have to be in a certain mindset.
Yeah.
Like I can't wake up and like Zeus Network is that network you wake up in the morning and you watch.
No.
Like you can't. Like your fucking mind will be fucked up.
No lie. Jocelyn Cabaret, it was the best work shit I had ever seen in my whole life. Like it was good, but after you like, God damn, I really got on TV and did this.
You know what it do? It really make me feel bad for some of them because it's like, damn, you really have to do that. You get so you feel like you feel like you really gotta exploit yourself, because even some of the things that they say, that I've even seen Jocelyn say to them, that they have told her in like intimate moments. It's just like, you know, I'm not a below the belt person anyway, but like some of that shit be like, damn, like how could it's certain shit that you just can't say to people still sleep at night. Man.
You can't repeat certain shit.
But they doing it for a check. That's what I can't get with the Zeus Network. You wanna get like Ratchet TV, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine.
I love that.
You know what? And
I've been watching Atlanta Housewives.
Oh yeah.
He told me don't tell nobody else that, but we've been bitch. He come in, he was like, oh, these hoes so messy.
They so messy.
So messy.
I can watch stuff like that, but for me, it's honestly not just the ratchetness. Like I like seeing Black successful women.
Yeah.
So like I get like a thrill off of them.
Even
like,
the way they read each other, be like, oh girl,
while they're giving their private practice, or they're coming to talk about yesterday's beef at the event. While they
I love not Dr. J. Who Dr. Heavenly. No, Dr. Heavenly.
I love Dr. Heavenly.
She's the most ratchet Dr.
Heavenly. My mama can't stand Dr. Heavenly.
I love Dr. Heavenly.
I like Simone too.
Scorpio.
I love Simone.
I like Simone too.
I'm more of a Dr. Jackie and a Dr. Heavenly type person.
I like Dr. Simone too, cause she like dingy.
Yeah, I like Dr.
No,
Simone.
she not. She's the type, she know exactly what she's doing, but she know how to play like she don't know what she's doing.
Girl, no, that is Dr. Jackie, girl.
It is Dr. Jackie.
That is Dr. Jackie, girl.
Yeah, she a little messed started.
But one thing about Dr. Jackie, she ain't letting you drag her through she ain't letting you drag her down in the mud. I love the way she stays.
As long as it's Curtis.
I love me some Dr. Jackie. I love Dr. Jackie.
I love Simone.
Hey, Curtis can't
She cool. I like Cecil. I like her husband. I do.
Who?
Cecil.
No, I love
Not in that way, but like I think he's cool.
Erika, don't nobody think you want that man.
I mean, you gotta throw it out there. Like, look, I need Simone. I know how y'all like to tussle.
Right.
I need Simone come looking for me.
I know, right? Okay, so last question.
Ooh.
Make sure you get a price.
Last question.
Okay.
The hottie toddy.
Ooh, okay.
Best college experience.
Best college experience? Oh my gosh. Into one question? Because I had an amazing college experience. I can't lie.
Best college experience. And it, okay. Best college experience.
Best college experience. I'm laughing because we lived at Savannah State. We lived. Okay, I would say best college experience.
I be one top 25.
Huh?
I be one top 25. They ruined a lot of people's.
Winning top 25?
I said I hope it wasn't top 25.
Oh my gosh, no. No.
I'm finna say, that is not your best college experience.
Well, I feel like, did you win? No, I never won top 25. Was I on it? Yes,
Yeah,
but I never
But I know
won.
that was not your time. I know that
No,
was not your time.
honestly, like that was such a way to pin women together.
It
Like,
was.
really, against
It
each other. Like,
was. It was.
first of all, who was on the voting board?
No,
Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Who was on the voting board? All right. So, if I had to pick best college experience, I would have to say, and y'all, it's not even an event. I would have to say Frozen upstairs.
Ooh, okay.
If you was at the
okay.
okay, I got two. Can I get two?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
okay.
one would have to be Frozen upstairs. If you were there when Frozen was popping, and there was this one time where I think it was, what's that man's name? Young LA had came. Like, but it was like the best time at Frozen upstairs. What was that guy who, Roscoe Dash? Was it Roscoe Dash? This was back when like this little movie was this size. This was like this. So I would say Frozen upstairs. And then I would have to say a second best college moment would have to be, ooh, if you was at Savannah State when they had house parties, shout out to OB and Tay. Was that who used to throw the house parties?
Yes.
I would say the house parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many.
Yeah.
I have so many. Homecoming.
What
back
was
in the
yours?
day. Yeah, what was yours?
Oh shit. I don't know. Best college experience.
Oh, I got one when we came out with an AKA mixtape.
Oh yeah.
We started the mixtape.
Wait, y'all had a mixtape?
We was the first ones that started the mixtape.
And then
everybody came out
I
with
remember I
mixtape.
told y'all, why did y'all let Donisha say? What did Donisha say then? I'm not listening to. I was like, wait, why did y'all let Donisha say?
I'm pretty to my left. I'm pretty.
She was like, let's rock these girls. No, let's get crunk. She said something on there. I listened to it. I was like, I know y'all didn't let D say this at the end.
Hey, we didn't know
That
who we
mixtape
was.
went in.
Wait, was this y'all Lions mixtape?
Yeah.
Yes, like it's just so
Because
funny who we
the
thought we were.
Kappas ended up
We
coming
did
out.
one first, and then like the Kappas came out with one, the Q's came out with one. Then
That's what
didn't y'all
she
have
said
one
to
for Love and More?
We don't know who that is.
Oh, LA Nation. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
I was saying back then. Back then. Don't talk about who you are now. That end.
No, we didn't. No, I don't think we had. We didn't have one. We didn't have one. It was like a homecoming mixtape.
Yeah.
Without that shit was
Yeah.
weird though.
Yeah. So okay. So what was yours?
Oh, that was good. Damn, mixtape used to be
I
lit.
don't even.
Okay.
That's my best college experience. I really used to enjoy spring break. When we went to Miami for spring break,
Oh,
especially the
yeah.
first time not that time, but the first time when we like stayed a week.
Yeah.
And like, it's like one moment that Donisha always brings up, and that's like when we was in the taxi cab home. And it's just so,
Yeah,
it's just so much that happened
Yeah,
on that trip.
That was
like,
a fun trip. That was a fun
that
trip.
was a really good trip.
That was a
Was
fun
this?
trip.
Nah, I ain't even bringing up old
Oh,
shit.
nah, that
I
wasn't
ain't
that
bringing
time.
up old shit.
That
I
wasn't
ain't
that
bringing
time.
up-
But there was still time. There was still time.
I ain't bringing up old shit.
That was when one of our homegirls got us kicked out. And that was when the party was like too
Man.
much fun. It was like, it almost felt like a movie.
yeah.
And like everything, I can't even say it on camera. Just everything was
It was
flowing
so
and
much
going.
going on.
And then like next thing we know, we see our homegirl get carried out by the bouncer like outside the door.
Oh, y'all gotta take me off camera.
Oh my gosh. It was like, damn. I
That's
almost
when
like,
Juicy like came in the mix, and we was
Yes.
like, oh, like it was
I ain't even gonna lie, I still wanted to act like I didn't see her.
no, that was like the best time I ever had. And it was like
Yes.
so when Danish was over here doing it, it was like
It was like a
and
movie.
like, yeah.
I'm sorry, it was a movie. And
And
then
then
we
she
just
got
see her
kicked
like
out.
carry her
Yeah.
out, like just still arguing and fighting. It was like, damn, but we made eye contact.
We was on stage,
y'all. We was in the section, like it was the best.
That's kind of embarrassing, but how the fuck you gonna stop our fun?
I know.
Seriously, I don't even talk to sis like that no more. We could have kept that party going.
Hey, you had to cut your eyes like this, like
I-
it wouldn't even matter right now.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was that.
Okay, Bird, best college experience.
Oh,
before
was
we
that
wrap
only
up.
one? Did you have one? I'm sorry.
I mean, I have so many, aka just so much.
I think if
Oh, you want another good college experience I had when I hosted LA, were we LA at that point? We helped that fashion when we had
Oh,
like the
yeah, you did a great
club
job.
fashion show.
Oh, that
was a really good experience. I had so many good experiences. All our
That was
AKA
good.
experiences too. Like,
Yes, I had a great AKA experience. I honestly had an amazing college experience.
I love
Like I had an ID. Like as soon as we got there.
oh my God, I remember I got my ID too. I had got somebody ID, was trying to get in the frozen.
Wait, what do y'all mean?
21.
Oh.
Before we turned 21, I got that girl ID took, honey. I think it was somebody cousin.
And I never like went down that path, like having
What?
fake IDs. Sorry.
I found one when I used to work at Forever 21, and I picked it up, and she had the same birthday as me. And I ain't gonna lie, I was like, God is good. Like I'm like, oh my God.
Did you use it a lot?
Heck yeah, I was like, and I can remember this birthday too.
I could not remember the bouncer. He like tested me on the address, and it was like I had just got there. I was like, oh shit.
I remember
And
that.
you know, like your address, if you know your address, you get what I'm saying? Like I was like stunned. He was like, no, I know it. He's like, no.
I ain't gonna lie, I was being
I
tested
just
on
walked
that.
off gracefully.
That ID was gonna ruin my good time. Now this Forever 21 dress that I didn't buy.
I'm about to learn all this shit.
No.
Listen.
I think mine would be probably, I think a lot of my experience, one came from Frozen, and two came from OT.
Ooh,
I don't know, just OT. And I don't know why, every time we went to OT, it felt like the first time we
Wait,
went
is
to
OT what
Tigers
Tigers used to be? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I forgot it was OT.
It's like every time we went there, it felt like the first
No,
time.
I used to like Island Breeze,
Oh,
especially when they like open like
yeah.
rooms and like be in the back part of
Yes.
Island Breeze, like
Who remembers
80s,
when
90s party.
Yes, 80s, 90s party. And even when OT used to have Wasted Wednesdays, was that it? Was that happy hour?
We didn't have Sister Girl Tuesday. That was for the locals.
No, but y'all remember we came up here. Who was it? All oh man, maybe it wasn't it. But y'all remember we used to go to back in the day too. Just made me think of like Wasted Wednesdays at Libra.
Did I go to the Libra with you?
Yeah, that's why I'm like. I think we went together.
I
Like,
went like a few times.
yeah, that was shit was big up here when we used to come back and from
Yes,
college. I just feel like,
yes.
God damn, Wasted Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a time! What a
Good.
time! Shout out to Savannah State because you get anywhere.
Shout out. And that's how we met.
Yeah. Shout out to the upstairs at Frozen. 'Cause you
Yeah.
made me-
Upstairs at Frozen. That was
Yes.
the time. What? Give me a rail I can dance on.
Okay.
What?
Hold on to a little bit.
That's why I'm wearing scarves and shirts.
Girl.
I don't know who I was in
Yes.
college. Hey, sometimes I want to bring her back.
I'm telling you.
Listen.
Hype too, hype girl, hype.
It was a
Oh my
time.
God, Erica.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for coming.
you.
This was wonderful. We really appreciate it. You've been a wonderful guest. You've always been a wonderful line sister to me, wonderful friend, wonderful godmother, and
Wonderful
I just- to my
therapist.
kids. Wonderful therapist.
Yeah.
We love you.
Thank you, girl. Look, I hug you too. Oh.
Look, let me tell y'all something. I like literally hate when they do the line sister thing. Like,
And Bird be like,
so because it's weird, right? Because I'm like, I'm really cool with Erika, and like, I'm really cool with Juicy, and like, I'm just like, I hate when they all get together. I'll be like, you want to go out? I'm not freaking going out with you. And your
hey, you remember one of my
We
profiles?
really love each other.
Yeah, but one of my profiles thought Bird wanted to be AKA, and she was like, Bird want to be down, don't she? I'm like, hell yeah, bitch.
That was a homecoming.
That shit pissed me off. And
Bird
it
was like, I kept wondering why she kept like I
she
was like,
kept asking me to do stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, I remember we was all dancing. That's when we used to like dance in circles.
Yeah.
This shows our age when we would dance in circles. And I remember you was like trying to dance with us.
I kept saying, no, these my friends. Like, these my friends.
she was like, Bird want to be down though.
No. And the funny thing is, like, I'm really cool with that profile now.
Oh yeah, you are.
This shit weird. This shit weird. Okay, they line sisters, and she my friend. I love her.
Yes.
But no, thank you for coming up.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies, for having me.
I hope you enjoyed yourself. It wasn't
I
too
did.
much.
I did. No, this was beautiful. You know, I love y'all personally. So like to just be with y'all, be in like the midst of you guys really walking in what you two pray for. I'm just excited to be here.
Okay, Erica, so before we leave, I want you to send us and our support some good words, some final good words for the show.
That's good.
Some final good words for the show.
Speak where you speak to them like you speak to me. Speak it from here.
Really, all I can say is say yes to counseling, y'all. Say yes to counseling, not just because you're going through something, just to have someone you can talk to. Someone, it just feels good to talk about something and be able to leave it.
And no judgment.
No judgment. You can leave it until the next time you see your therapist. So if I have to say anything to you, I just say heal, say yes to counseling, you know, and understand that some of your problems are not just your problems, but generational problems, right? A lot of us are not only breaking barriers in our personal life, but we're breaking barriers that our parents couldn't break, our grandparents couldn't break. So understand that moments like this, it's really just God preparing you for more. So if I can say anything, heal, say yes to counseling, and yeah. And come check me out. Definitely follow my Instagram. Steps Counseling Consulting. You can find us on Instagram. Definitely if you want to donate to my 501c3 nonprofit, Axe Global Inc. And yeah, if you're looking for a therapist, come
where can they find your book?
Oh, I'm on Amazon. So definitely you can find me on Amazon. Yeah, I'm on there.
Yay.
Taking steps to heal. And if you want to actually, you know, say yes to counseling, you can hit me up at info@stepscounselingconsulting.com. You can also find me on Therapy for Black Girls, Psychology Today, or Google your girl.
Hey, and we gonna end it there, baby. Google my girl. We love y'all.
And spell my name right, Erika.
Boom. Don't play with her.
Don't play with it.
Love you guys.
What's up?